Okay, I'm going to be making asparagus cashew rice pilaf. We eat this with our chicken, the chicken Alabama that I just did a recipe too. So you can find that recipe also. For this you're going to need half a cup of butter, 4 ounces of uncooked spaghetti, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, a half a teaspoon of, a half a cup of minced onion, 2.5 cups of uncooked jasmine rice, any brand is fine, 4.5 cups of chicken broth, and cashews if you want cashews in them. We happen to be out, unfortunately, but we normally put them in. Your first step is to get the butter. A half a cup of butter is what it calls for. I don't put that much. Same thing. I forgot a spatula. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so first you're going to put the butter in the pan. Turn it on to a medium to low heat. And you have to coat all the noodles in the butter. And you just break up the noodles. I just hold them in my hand and then I just kind of pinch the ends off and they just break. They don't need to be exact sizes or anything like that. But once you get it all coated, you cook the spaghetti noodles on medium heat until they're lightly browned. And I'll let you know what that looks like here in just 1 second. Okay, so my spaghetti noodles have been cooking now for about 5 minutes. It's harder to tell. I use whole wheat pasta, so it's harder to tell when it browns. You can kind of see that there's like a color difference. That's when I decide that it's brown. And then you add in a teaspoon of minced garlic. Turn your heat down a little so you don't burn it, as I burn mine. And then your half a cup of minced onions. I just finely chopped onions because I didn't actually have like minced, and I don't really care if there's pieces in there. Besides, yeah. Okay, so then you cook this for 2 minutes, and then you will add your chicken broth. Or, I'm sorry, your rice first. Okay, so I've cooked that for 2 minutes. Now you just pour in your rice. I did a little extra rice because I did a little extra chicken broth just to use up all my chicken broth in the container. So I pre-measured that. This is why you kind of need a lot of butter, is because you need it for like the moisture when you're browning all of this stuff up. But I really do find it to work just fine the way that I do it, which is not that much butter. I try to do it as minimal as possible. So you let this cook now for 5 minutes, and then we are going to pour in our chicken broth. Okay, the rice has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. Now you add in your chicken broth, if I can do it without making a big fat mess. I just give it a little stir so that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom. And then you bring it up to a simmer and you cover it for 20 minutes. I don't have a lid big enough, so I just use my round cookie sheet or my pizza pan, whatever you want to call it. I just put it over it like that, and that seems to work just fine. So I put that on there for 20 minutes, and in the meantime, I got some asparagus, and then I trimmed it, and I put a little water with it, and I just cooked mine in the microwave. Or you can boil it on the stove or in a steamer. And also, if you want to add a little salt and pepper to your rice before you cover it, you're welcome to do that. I just don't. When you get all done with the rice after 20 minutes simmering, it looks like this. So it's all light and good. And then you just put it on the plate. You can put some of the gravy from the chicken on it if you want, or you can just eat it like that. It's really good. And like I said, I usually put cashews with it, but we are out right now. But it's really. Then when you're all finished with the asparagus and everything, you just plate it up and eat it. It's delicious.